Now we're gonna make clotted cream. I actually don't like that word. I think heavenly fits it better, honestly, because it tastes that good. We're gonna actually start with cream cheese, and we're gonna put a whole packet in there. You could certainly half this recipe if you don't have as many people to make it for as I do. If I can get this open. And then we're actually going to have a tea party for Mother's Day. This can not only be put on scones, but you could put it on English muffins, toast, anything your heart desires. Eat it right out of the jar if you want. So as I said before, I already put the cream cheese in there, and we're going to actually, we're going to cream that for a little bit. And this is softened cream cheese. That's it. Doesn't really need that much because we're also going to put the whole stick of butter in there next. I'm going to cream these both together. And they both should be room temperature. And we have a Mother's Day tea every year, and clotted cream has to be on the table. If it's not, I think people would probably, I don't know, it'd probably be the next Hunger Games or something. I put the sour cream in there. We're going ahead and mix those together. Now you could stop right here if you want, but I like a little bit of sweetness. So we're going to take 6 teaspoons or 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar and add it right in there. We're going to mix that together. So it looks like this when I'm all done. And we're going to put it in a real pretty jar. This one here. And I'll be back in just a second. And it looks like this. See how gorgeous that looks and fun? And it only took less than 5 minutes to make. You bring this and everyone will be asking you to bring it over and over again. Now we're going to make a lemon blueberry scone. It starts from a scone mix, but no one's going to know that. And we're just going to elevate it to make it taste that much better. Okay, are you ready? First, we're going to start with 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And then we're going to measure out the whipping cream into the lemon juice to get it to 2/3 of a cup. We're actually going to be following the back of this particular package. So whatever liquid it says on the package, that's what we're going to do. Okay. And we're going to set this to the side. Bring in the bowl. And we're going to put the scone mix right into the bowl, like so. And I already got one that has blueberries in it. And now we're going to add the liquids, which is 2/3 of a cup. And that was with the heavy cream and the lemon there, lemon juice. We're going to mix it up with our fork. I got a giant fork here, but you can use a regular fork. And we're just going to get it combined with our fork here until it becomes like a dough. But the things that we're adding are actually going to make it more moist. By putting the whipping cream in there, it's going to make it have a more rich flavor. It's not really sticking together completely. So when that happens, you're going to go ahead and add another teaspoon or so and then work that in. And I switched to a spoon now since it's starting to come together as a dough. And go ahead and get in there with your hands too if you need to. The butter, this is half a stick of cold grated butter. I need something to get this out. And this is just going to make it more moist and melty and rich and delicious, like Bridgerton level scones. So at this point I say get in there with your hands. Again, take off that bracelet. Let's get up in there. Let's get all up in there. And it's got a nice, good looking dough ball forming here. So now what I'm going to do is take that lemon zest, 1 tablespoon of zest. It's just easier, honestly, to get in there with your hands. I tried to do it the polite way and do it with a fork and spoon. And let's be honest, people don't do stuff like that. This has blueberries all through it already, and you can see those pretty well. But we're gonna actually add another half cup of dried blueberries. These are actually freeze-dried blueberries. And yes, it's okay to add that straight into there because it's gonna soak up some of that liquid and rehydrate a little bit. This is just gonna give it more of a chewy, tender sensation that you want in your mouth when you're eating scones. Now I have my scone ball. I could chuck it at someone, but instead I think that I will make it into triangles this time. So we're gonna round it with our hands a little bit. We don't wanna work it too much because we want it to stay tender and flaky. So we got it to about 8 inches round, and then we're gonna take our knife and we're gonna cut it into 8 pieces. So you just take it right across the center, and it cuts real nice, look at that. And then right across this way again. And it's okay if they're off a tiny bit, no big deal. There we go. We got 8 rectangle, beautiful pieces here. And we're just gonna put them on the pan, spreading them apart a little. So this is what they look like. I think they look fabulous, but we're gonna put them in the oven for about 14 to 16 minutes, like the package says, at 375. And at this point, if you want to, you could brush them with some milk or butter and then sprinkle on some coarse sugar if you want a little extra added sweetness. But we're not gonna do that because I'm bringing these to my mom's Mother's Day tea, and she doesn't really like that extra sugar. So these just came right out of the oven. And what you're looking for is for them to be golden brown and a toothpick to be inserted to come out with hardly anything on it. Then you want the underside, I'm just gonna pick one. You wanna look underneath to see that they're browned. And they look good. They're gonna actually stay on the pan for 2 to 3 minutes, and then we're gonna take them off and put them on a cooling rack. And you wanna put them on the cooling rack as soon as you can after that 2 to 3 minutes so they don't get soggy on the bottom. No one wants a soggy bottom. I'm gonna come back tomorrow and I'm gonna show you one prepared on a plate.
Please like and subscribe so you be filled to the brim.